Hi everyone, it's Spurs Rail 96 here. Hope you're doing well out there. Welcome to another Train Sim World live stream. Today I'll be taking a look at a new livery pack by the third-party developer Grumpy Dog Games. This is their first piece of content that they have produced for Train Sim World. I also believe that as part of the team is a Dovetail employee called Liam, who is very well known for doing some of the UK Train Sim World route remasters. And the DLC in question I'm looking at today is the GWR HST Farewell Pack, which basically celebrates the iconic Class 43 HST on not one but two different routes. So we're going to take a look at what comes of this pack and have a go in the game and see what it's like. So the two routes the gameplay is focused on is the Riviera line and the Great Western Express route. So for the Riviera line, I believe it has a journey mode. It does indeed. It's got two chapters there, where you can drive some services and also operate a couple of scenarios, one which I did there. It's quite easy to do and straightforward. And if you go on Great Western Express, I'm just going A to Z a minute, there we go, that's better. Does this one have a journey mode? It should do, right? I think, yeah, there we go. Farewell HST, that has 3 chapters: a tutorial, operating some services, a few empty stock moves, and has the lion's share of scenarios with 3. So that's 5 scenarios altogether, I believe. So quite a nice variation there of things to do as regards to the journey mode. Now onto the timetable. So the Class 43 HST, which was already a part of the Riviera line timetable, has had a few, I think, extra services sprinkled in, let's say. Basically, they are farewell special services, if you like. And there's a variety of liveries you can play with. Forget all these. That's the normal HST from Great Western Express. These, as you can see, are labelled GWR HST Farewell Tour or Farewell Pack. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 liveries, I think that is. I think so. And if we were to pick, say, this one, for example, you can do all of the included HST services that are enabled on the Riviera line. Just trying to find a special one. Let's just see if I could find it. That is one I will be operating. Yeah, you got this one here, which is a special HST service from Plymouth to Exeter St David's. And I think the Class 08 shunter has a little bit of a role. That does some shunting duties at Lara Depot, specifically for the HST. These are additional rail tour services, but that's not focused with the HST anniversary pack. And if we go on to Great Western Express, this one might be a little bit more complicated. It should be in here somewhere, he says. So let's just say that one. And of course, with any of these liveries, you can operate the full-time GWR timetable on Great Western Express. I have no idea if there is any special services on this one. I think so. I'm not sure. My guess is no, but I've been wrong before. Anyway, I'll be forever, but looking at that one, but yeah, I'm sure there is some in the Great Western Express timetable. So we will. Which livery should we take out for a spin? I think we will do. Yeah, I've got an idea. We'll do this one. We'll pick that livery. No, actually, I've got an idea. We'll get in the shunter. We'll do an early morning shunting stop move. How about that? Empty stop move. So, just a bit of information about the liveries themselves. You've got the liveries known as Lean Green, 43002, 43185, 43093, 43187 and 188, and 43188 again, which is set in 2018, and the stand down services. So yeah, quite a large variety there of liveries. You also get to do. You also get included some standard GWR green. A BR Mark 1 translator coach in blue livery. So I think that actually is in the yard somewhere in Plymouth. So let's just turn on the motion blur, as I always like to do. Right, it's been a while since I've been in this. So the master switch is on. We need to face reverse. Release the loco brake. I don't think we need to do anything as far as the brakes are concerned. Oh yeah, do the lighting. Instrument lights, marker lights. Okay, they're all on. That's excellent. This is just trains class 08, by the way, from West Coast Main Line over Shatbrook. This lovely shunter here. That is so loud, whatever that is. Out of the sidings. Stop roughly there. What on earth is that noise there? Is that like a substation or something? Good grief, that's the loudest I've ever heard it. Absolutely crazy. We now need to couple up to the HST barrier coach. Which will not be a problem. These points are automated around here. They are manual points, but I've chosen for them to be automated just to make it a little bit easier, or quicker for me to do this run, this procedure. This is the barrier coach here, which comes with the pack. It's more green than blue, isn't it? Actually, yeah, it definitely looks. Yes, it looks green. Yeah, not sure what that's all about. In the on the Steam store, it says it was blue, but it was a weathered green livery. be fine. There we go, coupled up. And just wait for it to confirm. We're going to need to stop at signal 140. So let's put the shunter in reverse and pull this coach out of the siding. Okay, so far so good. I wonder what will happen next. That is a very interesting. That's a very interesting question. I imagine the HST power car that's sitting there will, I imagine, couple up to this coach or something. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. Just check on the... Okay, so we have to couple up to 43, past 43 power cars. Let me just check. Is there any others in the sidings? No, it's just one there, isn't there? That's on its own. And again, there is one there too. Oh, there's no way you can get to. Oh no, there is maybe. Interesting. Safety first, let's check the signals and the points. Okay, Lipson Siding Road number 4 is where we need to go next. Oh, it is those HSTs there. Oh right, okay. Completely forgot about that. I was so focused on this part of the depot, I forgot about this. The Lipson Sidings. Coach. And then we'll couple up to the HST. Or HSTs. So yeah, this is currently priced at, I think it's £12.99, which is a bit steep for a livery pack, I must admit. But judging by the content, what I've seen so far, it's so far so good, that's for sure. It's a downside better than Dovetail's livery for the livery pack for the Class 802. I don't like the new GB, the Great British Railways livery anyway. Not just in the game, but in real life. But there are actually versions of that livery, or different interpretations of that livery on the Creators Club that were actually better than the real life livery. Not just from a creative perspective, but the fact it's free as well. think we're okay. Just got to now couple to the power cars. Okay, so we got not one, not two, but three HSTs. Three of them. That's a lot for this shunter to pull, I have to say. Struggling to pull away. It might be the wrong brake type, maybe. Set the brake selector to vacuum brakes. Would it be vacuum brakes? Really? Maybe it would be. I don't know. Service there on moving in the groove. What am I doing? Is the handbrake is released, right? Yeah. Master key first. Yeah, it's all fine. I'd like to know where to maybe release the brakes. Is it two HSTs I have to pull, or is it three HSTs, or is it just one? I'm not sure. At the moment, the shunter is going nowhere. No-go brake is released. Is there a sander on these? I've played it in so long. I don't think so. Exhauster isolation switch. Yeah. Don't think this has a... Can I make the brake? No, I can't. If I set the brakes to running, that might help me. There we go, I'm moving. We're on the move. There we go. Did it. The brakes on the HST were on. Alright, off we go. So the livery those HSTs are in is the unbranded Great Western Railway First Great Western purple livery. We now need to head to ocean siding again. I don't know what will happen then. stop before set sequence here. There we go. Now we need to stop at Lara Embankment Siding Road number 4. Front camera on this HST now. Here's the estuary. It is an estuary, isn't it? Yeah. We're heading there. I think that should be that. Maybe not. But yeah, I thought I'd just show off the barrier coach and the sort of shunting you could do with this pack. What's cool about this yard is that this depot is it's not just HSTs knocking around. There's Voyagers, coaches scattered about, Shunter of course, and the Class 800 in various formations and combinations. With 2 sets of 5 connected together, a 9-coach train, single 5-coach units. The main race of road over there. Turn the shunter to its original position. I think that's how it goes, right? Let me just double check. That'll be the shunting done with, but at least you've had a little look-ish at the barrier coach. I don't know if you can actually get in there, actually. Not too sure. Lara Depot, road number 3. A very loud substation there on the right hand side. There we go. Cool, so that's the shunter taken care of. I do want to return to free roam a minute. I'm going to do something a little bit different than I normally do. That is, I'm going to place, get away from that absolute racket. I'm going to place each the HSTs, or the nice ones, let's say, in the depot itself. So what I'm going to do is jump out of this. Going to head into free roam mode on Riviera line. I'll change it up a bit. I'll go to Exeter, 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to place down the individual liveries of the HSTs that you can that come with this Farewell Pack. So here we are in the depot. How many tracks have we got to play with? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we should have enough space to do it. So let's just go. How am I going to do this? Is it class 43 HST? I'll never really use the free roam mode. Right, here we go. So you got the FGB, which is the HST, the Great Western, first Great Western one, the purple one. This is 43002. So let's have that one, shall we? We'll drop that one there. We will shut each one down, and one by one we'll take a look at the exterior of the locomotive. The interior, nothing has changed, it's exactly the same. There we go. So this is the first one. This livery here is 43002 Sir Kenneth Grange. This is the British Rail Intercity 125 livery. I believe the original livery that the HSTs first had when they were introduced into service. It's quite a livery. Look, you've even got Kate's and the fire plaque there. The name there, 43002. British Rail logo there, and the words Intercity 125. Pretty clear from this angle. And you got the plaque, which is a 3D plaque, as you can see there, and it says Sir Kenneth Grange, and it looks pretty weathered as well, which is great to see. Got the low tons on the side, and the guard compartment there, and there's a plaque which says 40 years, 1976 to 2016, and it looks marvellous. Sharp, crisp, no blurry textures in sight. And of course, yes, you can mess around with the coupling if you should choose to do so. So that's that one done. I think the next one we will take a look at is .093. May look like a normal GWR green one, but it's not. This is a different one, mainly because it has this livery on the side here. This is known as the Old Oak Common version of the GWR HST. It's got a sticker here that says Legends of the Great Western. Old Oak Common, HST Depot, 1976 to 2018. Obviously the depot no longer exists. It got torn down, and is partly used for housing the Elizabeth Line class, is it 720s? And of course Old Oak Common is being turned into, I believe it will be a massive interchange for the High Speed 2 project. Yeah, crisp, clear. It's a 3D plaque once again. Looks fantastic. You can see the decals there. So it's evolution of the high-speed trains in the West Country. So you've got steam locomotives. I imagine Great Western Railway. I think that's the warship diesel locomotive. For Westerns, which is the Class 52 locomotives, I think, anyway. Maybe that's the 47, and maybe that is the Westerns. We've only got the HSTs, and of course, the Class 800 set. So a really nice little alternative there to the GWR green. The next one we will take a look at is 185. This particular livery is known as the Intercity Swallow livery, my favourite livery at the pack. It's classic, it's iconic, and there's really nothing much more to say about it, really. The stripes, the colours, it pops, it looks crisp and clear, it's fantastic. Really, really great. It's got the swallow there, look at that. An actual metal plate there on the side of the locomotive. It's not just a sticker. Then you've got the words Intercity. Look at that. What a classic. And here is this gorgeous plaque on the side, along with the plate that says Great Western. Let me just hop into the cab here a minute. Shut down the locomotive. Because this here has got the Great Western Railway Company badge from the the mid-19th century or 20th century, slapped on the side there, which looks really, really, really nice. On the plaque there, Great Western. And since you can use this on the Great Western Express route, obviously that route does have overhead live wires. I think it's from Slough to London Paddington. But yeah, wonderful timeless classic. So let's get out of that one. And let's have a look at the next livery. And that will be 43187. I think it's that one. It doesn't actually say. Is it that one? I don't know. We'll find out. This is another GWR livery variant. This is known as Geraint Thomas. Specifically, the number is 43188, not 187. Apologies there. And this is basically the Welshman livery. So it's got, I think, the Welsh pronunciation and then the English translation. We've got the Welsh dragon there with the GWR logo next to it. And you got the words here, Geraint Thomas. In Welsh, which is basically the winner of the Tour de France in 2018, and you've got the English translation just below it saying that, yeah, Geraint Thomas was the winner of the Tour de France, the most famous cycling race in the world. What a nice way to commemorate the athlete. Interesting. I'm surprised that David Attenborough hasn't got a livery. You know, since it was his 100th birthday late last week, I'm surprised Sir David Attenborough hasn't got a livery by GWR. Maybe he should be the next candidate to get a train named after him and have a livery dedicated to him. The next one is the Welshman. I think it's exactly the same, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's not. It basically just has the dragon that says the Welshman, and that is 43187. Again, looks crisp, looks clear. Really good resolution on the liveries here, I have to say. It's the same on the other side as well. Right, the next livery I'll take a look at is this vinyl one, which I've struggled to notice the differentiations between this one and a normal GWR Class 43 diesel electric locomotive. Just get in the cab. Apparently the logo has some sort of vinyl wrap on this particular variant. This apparently has a vinyl GWR logo. I struggle to see the difference. I think it's just basically a sticker compared to, or a vinyl paintwork compared to an actual 3D made GWR logo. I think that's the only difference. It's quite hard to spot, but maybe if you play around with the lighting settings, you might get a clearer idea of the main differences. But yeah, that's that livery. Maybe if I put down a standard, a normal one from a Great Western Express. Let's see if I can spot the difference. That one's got no name, none. Okay, interesting. That one's also got no name, none. Okay. Let's have this one. This one at the bottom. Stick that next to it. This is the. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. So that's like the logo has been bolted on to the locomotive, whereas the vinyl obviously has not been bolted. Oh no, it has got bolts on it, hasn't it? Yeah. It's just a vinyl paint of it. Oh, I don't know why it's got the bolts displayed on the logo. I imagine a vinyl GWR logo wouldn't need bolts, but there you go. And finally, you have a unbranded GWR green. It's just green. No GWR logo in sight on this particular unit. So yeah, that's a look at the liveries. I'm sure you'll come to your own conclusions as to which one you think is the best. Alright, let's take this one out for a spin. Let's try my favourite, the Intercity Swallow livery. Maybe if I pick the this one. Let's try that again. There it is. I suppose it will be a special service, I imagine. That one there. Plymouth to Leeds. Set it to light cloud and get in the cab. Let's go. If you have enjoyed the stream up to this point and you like what you've seen so far, I'd very much appreciate it if you would consider hitting the thumbs up button below. And if you are watching for the first time, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. So regardless which livery you choose, from this pack, the functionality of the locomotive remains the same. So you've got the GSMR radio you can mess around with, you've got the lights, windscreen de-icer, train supply brightness of spare lights, wipers, parking brake, all of the bits and bobs that you could fiddle around with in the HST cab from Great Western Express, you can here, as well as the safety systems. Now, before we do set off, I will just turn off the internal passenger noise and the cab announcements, as well as the onboard announcements, as they are a little bit buggy. Not just on this livery Farewell HST Farewell Pack, but in the game as a whole, which is no surprise. It's quite busy here. Late afternoon here at Plymouth. So we've got the GWR coaches, and at the very back of the train we have an Intercity 125, and that lovely blue and yellow livery. Just gotta wait until we've been given clearance to withdraw from Plymouth. And let the passengers board, of course. Let's go. Another thing I should point out about this special train is that the formation is different. When you operate the normal GWR 43 HST services on the Riviera line, it comprises of 2 power cars, and I think it's 4 or 5 coaches. This one, of course, is a 10-car unit, which is 2 HST power cars and 8 coaches. Basically, the kind of formation you'd see on Great Western Express. Did turn the lights on, didn't I? Yes, I did. So that Voyager's going to have to sit and wait until we get out of Plymouth. Because we have priority. So our first station stop is Totnes, and is 20 miles away. So we will be missing out on Ivy Bridge, I think. See if I can find it in a second. Where's Little Ivy Bridge? It's tucked away somewhere. Is that it? No, it's not. That's a freight train. Or a passenger train. No, yeah, it is a rail tour service actually. Yeah, so we won't be stopping at Ivy Bridge, but I think we will be stopping at a majority of the stations that a HST would normally stop at, or intercity service. Actually, no, we'll have to not increase speed, as we will be as we have a speed limit of 60 coming up. speed limit is increasing to 80. We've got 17 miles to go. Lovely. I'll have a bite of, have some of my digestive biscuits, as well as a hot chocolate. That's probably now gone very cold, so it's not hot chocolate at all. The HST, even at full chat, is struggling to gain speed on this 2.4% gradient. Good grief. I mean, that's 2 HSTs we've got. And it's struggling to gain speed. Well, I never. Then again, I think the Class 800s, I think they would struggle on this gradient. I think the Class 802s, I think they're definitely more sluggish off the line, or from a standstill, let's say, in diesel mode. But in electric mode, this HST simply can't match it. It just absolutely takes off when it's in electric mode. So quick. From a standstill. But in diesel mode, this certainly gives it a run for its money. Full power. Let's get up to 60. Because I was going a bit too fast. I wasn't concentrating, I was busy munching on my biscuit. really not sure if there is any additional. I know there's one. I think there's an empty stock move of the barrier coach, but I can't seem to find that service in the timetable, unless it's been taken away. And then and now the only way you could use the barrier coach is a either by a scenario or the AI does it in the timetable. We're due into Totnes in just over 13 minutes time, so we should be okay, as we've got just over 10 miles to go. Oh, there's a 802. These HSTs, they don't seem to have very good sound insulation for some reason. I don't know if that's just a common feature of HSTs or the way they were built. It's just the passing environment and the trains, you know, going about. It just seems to be a little bit too loud in the cab. But that's just me, being me. A little estuary down there, look. Where is it? There it is. There's a little estuary. Let's set those revs to a reasonably high RPM. Let's go. This is Ivy Bridge we're storming through now. You can even hear the passenger ambience on the platforms. In the cab, which is crazy. You shouldn't be at 50-60 miles per hour. Very nice hot chocolate. It was a Galaxy one, in case you were thinking which one it is. down there, dual carriageway. I really do enjoy the Riviera line since it's come to Train Sim World. It's one of my favourite modern day British routes in the game. Certainly up there with Southeastern High Speed. I know it's not as busy, but I just like the different scenery that you see in the cab. You know, undulating countryside, differentiations in speed limits, red rocks, the seaside, serving two big cities in Devon, you know, Plymouth and Exeter. It's a really, really cool route, and I think it's one of the better looking routes that Dovetail has made for a fair while. It's probably, in my view, the best route. They have the best, let's say, overall route package that I think Dovetail have produced in quite some time. I've certainly put it up to the level of Southeastern High Speed, no doubt. There's also lots of you know, tunnels, viaducts. Not lots of tunnels, but some tunnels and viaducts. You even get a separate little branch to serve the seaside town of Paynton. My only little grumble I have of this route was that the branch going from Exeter St David's to Exmouth. You've got the AI that goes in and out of this platform here, sometimes to, you know, Oakhampton, Barnstable, which are AI only, which I can understand, but this one here, this one goes back and forth from Exeter to Exmouth, and sometimes even Paynton to Exmouth I've seen. So it's a bit of a shame that wasn't included. I would have really liked to have seen that. Would have given the you know, 150-2 or even the 166 turbo different stations and to tackle, and different scenery to see, of course. You know, you see it on the other side of the bay, or the estuary, as it were, as it would be. And the Exmouth branch has a fair few stations, you know, so it would add more to the route. Not sure how many stations the branch to Exmouth would have. I think it's like 10 stations, 10, 11 stations, something like that. Going to be pretty tight with the time, isn't it? We're doing it 16:13. It's now just gone 16:08. 4.5 miles away still. there's a normal HST that just went by there. There's our next stop, first stop since we left Plymouth, which is Totnes. Being quiet because I'm looking at the Spurs score and they're playing Leeds and it's like in the 114th minute. Oh, it's just finished 1-1. Oh, damn it. Never mind. Yeah, it's finished 1-1. Oh, gutted. On the final approach to Totnes. Okay, where do we have to stop? At the end of the platform, I think. Oh, there's a 66 all by itself. Look at it go, good God. Absolutely flying. The HST marker board there. Yes, it is. Of course, these coaches are the slam door ones. The coaches themselves haven't had any changes to them. It's all standard. It's just that green barrier coach at this pack. And that comes with this pack. Well, let's do it from in the trees. Let's do, say, about here. Pretend there's someone watching from the side. Okay, the next station stop is Newton Abbot. That station is just over. That station is just under 7.5 miles away. We're due in just under 10 minutes' time. Just noticed there's a little plate here with the actual number 43185. Is that correct on the exterior? Yeah, 43185. Don't know why it's taking me all that time to notice it, but there it is. I'm not sure if you could use this livery on other timetables, except Riviera Line and Great Western Express. The farewell liveries, I should say. course, since these do special services, almost like rail tour services, but they're not. They're farewell services, special services. The last HSTs were in service until I think it was December 2025. Now, 2015 was, I think, the first year the HSTs were painted in the distinctive GWR green livery. And the last HSTs which operated on the Great Western Main Line from London Paddington to, you know, I don't know, Cornwall and Cardiff, etc., Oxford, those kind of places. They were withdrawn from those type of operations in mid-2019. And they were then sent to work in two separate areas of the UK, doing mainly, let's say, regional services. That is, a few Class 43 HSTs are, I think, still in service in Scotland, doing some services. I think it's from Glasgow to, I think it's like Aberdeen and Dundee. And for GWR, they took the HSTs and made them do regional services from Penzance to Plymouth, and I think Penzance to Cardiff as well from time to time, but I'm not sure. Obviously, the HSTs were introduced into service in the mid-1970s, I think. 197 of the Class 43 HST rail cars, they were built in large quantities. 197 were produced between 1975 and 1982. And it is officially the fastest diesel-electric locomotive in the world, with a maximum speed of 148 miles per hour. And that was trialled by locomotive number 43159. And the HSTs that perform regional operations in the West Country, Cornwall mainly, they were known as Castle class sets. And they operated, of course, services between Penzance, Plymouth, and services from Penzance to Cardiff. And interestingly, they were actually trialled to run diesel battery hybrids in collaboration with Brush Traction and Hitachi. They equipped a Paxman Valenta 43 HST and a Mark III coach with a diesel battery hybrid power system for experimental trials. They were known as Hayabusa, which is Japanese for peregrine falcon, but it didn't work out. The experiment wasn't very successful, but an interesting statistic there. In terms of the HSTs today, most of them actually, have either been exported abroad to the likes of Mexico, but some have also been in preservation. I've been speaking so much I've forgotten. I've been looking at the stats, not focusing where I'm going. Oopsie daisy. Never mind. 19 Class 43 HST power cars have been saved for preservation. The National Railways Museum in York has preserved one. The Railway Heritage... Oh, he managed to stop. Oh, brilliant. The Railway Heritage Design Advisory Board nominated 43102 for preservation as holder of the record for being the fastest diesel locomotive on the planet. Angel Trains donated 43018 to the Crew Heritage Centre, and Porterbrook also donated 4381, the 8,000th locomotive built at Crewe, to the museum in 2021. And the University of Birmingham have leased a locomotive as well for use in its research and development centre. And the Welsh Trains Trust, based at the Gwyl Railway, they also had a 43 HST power car donated to the Welsh Railways Trust. Oh yeah, we managed to stop the back end of the train on the platform, so at least that's something. I didn't bottle it completely. Stop the doors. The next and the final stop will be Exeter St David's. We're due in just over 20 minutes time. Whilst we stopped at Totnes, over here is I think it's a former set of sidings too sure. Not sure what industry they would have served. As you see, the rails have been ripped up. Used to be 2 tracks. No, it's just one. Oh no, what's happened? No idea what's happened there. To the AWS. Oh, no idea what happened there. Maybe it was the SD. Yeah, there's no emergency. Yeah, you can't put the brakes in emergency, can you? No. I did lock the doors, didn't I? Yeah. Oh, I've no idea what's happened. Whilst the gears are not. I can't have stalled it. The engine's still running. Is the parking brake on or something? It must be. Surely. Where's the parking brake? And turn is off. LED test. DRA, is the DRA on? No, DRA is off. Where's the parking brake button? Yeah, brake test is at normal. Speed. Bizarre. How bizarre is that? There we go, the brakes seem to have sorted themselves out. Maybe there was an accidental AWS marker or something. No, maybe it wasn't detected. I don't know. No idea about what happened there, but we're on the move. Thank goodness. Okay, so the speed limit is now 90 miles per hour, and we have 13 miles to go to Exeter St David's. In terms of the next live stream, that won't take place next Monday, as I will be away for a week. But I can guarantee you that the next live stream will be finally taking a look at the first Czech route in the Trade Sim world, Liberec to Stara Paka. Can't wait to get my teeth into that one. Speed as we're twisting and turning our way along the coast. We got a 150-2 not far behind us. About to scream through Teignmouth. Hold yourself together, game. Don't crash on me just yet. This game is in such a bad state, Jesus Christ. I suppose the less content you have installed, the better the experience will be. Which is weird to say. alongside the south coast of England, through the Red Rocks, literally, as well as along it. I was on this train, this particular journey back in, well, not the particular journey from Plymouth to Leeds, but from Reading to the West Country last summer, and it really is a lovely scenic journey. Highly recommend it. Maybe not so much in the summer because it would be a little bit busy. A little bit is an understatement. Very busy. Right, now we're running through the town of Dawlish. HST action at Dawlish. Passing through Dawlish Warren and the little park there, fairground. Speed limit of 75. This water texture here I don't particularly like very much. There's something not right with it. I don't know what it is. It just looks a bit gloopy, and I don't know if it's meant to mimic the estuary or what, but that water texture, I've never been a fan of it since this route came out. If you go back down to Dawlish, the town itself, and get out on foot and have a look at the sea, it's a totally different picture. I mean, you've even seen like little rivers and ravines and little streams, and they have better water textures than this estuary here. It's a 166. can see the other side of the bay, and that's what I mean. On the other side of the bay, in real life, you could operate services from Exeter St David's to Exmouth, but for some reason you can't in Train Sim World. It's not included. When I finish this service, I will dive into the timetable of Great Western Express and see if there's any kind of special HST services from this farewell pack. I've looked on the Steam page and I can't seem to pick out any details that say there is additional services. It's just trying to find them. That's the problem. And it doesn't say which timetable on Great Western Express, either the newer one or the original one. There is no clarity. There isn't a manual included, unfortunately, but that's not really a surprise. Manuals are few and far between these days, for some reason. Let me go on Dovetail's website and see if they have any information regarding the timetable. It says here on the Dovetail Live website, extra unique services are also included for both Great Western Express Remaster and the Riviera Line routes to make additional use of the power cars and the Mark 1 HST barrier coaches, giving players the opportunity to drive empty stock moves using the new stock, etc, etc. So it's empty stock moves and maybe an additional special service? Not sure. We'll have to have a look. We're just under 2 miles away from Exeter St David's. Just about to storm through Marsh Barton Station, which is the newest station that opened on the line. We're what, nearly 2 minutes late? It's not too bad considering the amount of time I came to a sudden halt upon departing Totnes due to braking issues. It was Totnes or News and Abbott. It's one of those two stations. Was it Totnes or News and Abbott? It was News and Abbott, actually. My mistake. There is Exeter St David's, straight ahead. I imagine we stop right at the end of the platform. There's a rail tour service that's just left. For Jubilee, it's a steam rail tour. Damn, such a shame I wasn't on time. Would have seen that. Oh well, never mind. Oh, it's a special service completed on this route. Exeter St David's. Okay, so it took me just over an hour and just under an hour and 6 minutes. Made 3 stops at Totnes, Newton Abbot, and of course Exeter St David's. Let me just return to the timetable, see if I can pick out any like empty or special empty slot moves or whatever. Be tricky, but I'll give it a go. Let's have a look. Lara Depot to Plymouth. Maybe it is that one. I'm not sure. Then you got St Philip's Marsh Depot to Lara Depot. Interesting. Let's go on to Great Western Express. I guess it's the original. Yeah, maybe it is the revamped version. Let's see. Let's pick this one. Problem is, there's so many of them. That's the problem. Empty stop move. GWR service. Empty stop move. I wish they'd tell you, either Grumpy Dog Day Games or Dovetail, the specific services they've added, like, you know, codes, or the train number. That would help. Difficult. Let me put part, maybe. Part 1 or something. Let's see what happens there. There's a fair few of them. Well, take a look at the scenarios for this pack. That is Down by Dawlish, Riviera Rescue, and the Epilogue. Then on Great Western Express, you have Back in Blue and The Open Day. Oh, but also Farewell. We'll take a look at rail journeys a second. Riviera Runner. Lara Depot to St Philip's Marsh. 5. That's Doncaster Works. Okay. 5Z74. Okay. And let me get on Great Western Express. Might as well. Just check out the journey mode on that one a second. The retro look. Challenging conditions. Alright, let's try this one. What have we got here? Okay. I think I'll go back to the Riviera line actually. I think the bulk of most of the additional services seem to be on this route. Lara Depot to St Philip's Marsh. Doncaster Works, that seems to be an interesting one. 52Z4 5Z74 4. Okay. Let's try this one. Actually, no, let's try Granite Thompson. Not that one. Is it that one there? Yeah. 5Z74. Where was the other one? 1654. Okay. Let's try that one in the morning. What does that one do? Just check out that service a second. I won't do it, I'll just want to see. Okay, so this is the GWR HST with the support coach. Okay, that's interesting. I'd like to know what happened to the other two that was attached to this locomotive at first. Interesting. Okay, so that at least clears that one up. You could use the barrier coach on a service, which is a mainline run. That is something. What was the other one? Let's try that one. It was later in the evening. That one there, Doncaster Works. Let's try that one. Another thing I should have checked is comparing the timetable numbers, like before and after this pack was installed on my console. I didn't think of that. HST power bars connected together. I see. That makes a lot of sense. But I think I'll call it a day. I've had a look at a big chunk of the pack, that's for sure. Do I recommend it? Well, quite an interesting variation in gameplay, some shunting services, some empty stock moves, the occasional special service. Obviously, you could use these liveries on all of the HST services in the game, be it on the Riviera line or Great Western Express. Good range of scenarios on both routes. And the liveries are top class. They are high quality. Not just one livery that Dovetail provided with the measly and horrendous Class 802 Great British Railways pack, but this has what, 5, 6 different liveries? Yeah, 7 different liveries. Very well put together by Grumpy Dog Games. Do I recommend it? Yes, yes, I do. But I think get it on a discount. I think $12.99. Still a little bit steep. If this was like, say, just under 10 quid or something like that, I'd recommend it. But yeah, I'd recommend this on a discount. So that concludes my first glimpse at the Great Western Railway HST Farewell Pack in Train Sim World. If you did enjoy it, then feel free to hit the thumbs up button below, and if you are watching for the first time, I'd appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.